It's always nice to be able to sit with you, Reverend Kohno.
Thank you so very much.
You know, we're all so sad that you have to leave so soon, and you know, I was wondering, in your time here, what have you learned that you're going to take back to your duties in Tokyo?
After returning to Tokyo, I have been asked to take care of the foreign residents who live in Japan and interested in Buddhism. So every other week or so, I'll give a Dharma talk to them, as well as to take care of them in the Hosa. So, fact is a stranger than the story was saying. I think it is very true. Just 2 years ago, when I retired, I never expected to come to Texas. But suddenly, out of clear sky, I have been asked to take care of the RK of San Antonio. And I stayed here totally nearly 2 years, during which I learned a lot, especially about the importance of venerating Buddha nature, which exists in each one of us here. This is what I learned here. And everybody is a precious being. And,
what surprised you about being here?
Well, this is not related to Buddhism, but I had a prejudice. The Texan people have so-called a Texan accent, but when I came here, nobody has such accent, and I understood fully without any problems. So this means that I was able to communicate with the local people here very easily. And, what they made me so amazed is that they are very, very friendly, and they're very open-hearted and warm-hearted as well. So I really appreciate for my experience here in the last 2 years. Thank you so very, very much.
Besides, you know, the individuals here in the Sangha, what other peoples have you met here in San Antonio?
I met various kind of religious people from various religions, such as Islam, Christians as well, and in addition to Vietnamese Buddhists, as well as the academic people at Northwest Vista College, or medical people at University Texas Hospital, and the chaplains there. They asked me to take care of the Buddhist people who are dying, who are facing the fear of dying. So I was able to consolate them and encourage them too, and so that they can stop their life period with happiness. That's what I was able to do. Yeah.
Can you talk about a little bit about what you learned about palliative care and the hospice movement?
At first, they were so afraid of dying, but I had a wonderful experience here with Sandy Arredondo, who passed away August last year. And when I met her for the first time in the month of May, I was introduced that she is suffering from cancer. And so when I met her next time, and I introduced new people here, and I introduced Sandy to new people. This is Sandy, who is fighting against the cancer. But on the spot, she denied it. Instead, she said, I am living with cancer. So this wonderful experience, and I also was able to take this example to the people who are facing the fear of to death. Then this fact made them encouraged. So this means that even Sandy is expounding the teachings, showing the importance of the teachings through her experience of death. So this was able to make people who are facing the difficulty of death, but made them so encouraged and soothe down their mind. So Sandy is still living here spiritually and encouraging the people who are dying. I really appreciate it. And another
Sometimes
thing,
people really can
Yes.
really affect us, even if we don't know them for very long. Sometimes just a short
yeah,
association. You know,
yes.
not unlike yours with all of us here.
So we all, it is possible to say that all of us here are the children of Buddha, although personally we didn't know each other, but since we all are children of Buddha, we can be friends with each other very easily, recognizing we are the brothers and sisters. So
Even if we have differences, and even if sometimes we drive each other a little crazy, you know, but that's the whole point, right? To try
Yeah.
to learn to get along.
just because of the difference of the view of life, each has a different way of thinking, but it's only superficial. At the depth, we can communicate with each other,
Yeah.
and so then there is no need to too much worry about the difference.
You know, I was thinking about the meaning of, you know, that we've been studying in the Lotus Sutra, and where they say, you know, 100 Buddhas were this, and all the Bodhisattvas were that, and all of this and that. And isn't that just saying that we all are different? You know, I mean, there's only like maybe so many different kinds of people, but everybody fits in their own certain way, and so, you know, the studies are for this one and for that one and for that one.
The difference is very important. By and large, in general, generally speaking, the difference is a cause of the split or difficult to get along. But difference is important. Difference is to fulfill the gap. The efforts to fulfilling gap make you more broad-minded based on the fact of the Buddha nature, which exists in each one of us. So then the difference is very important. Just like I often mention about the example of the variety of flowers in a flower garden. If it's only one flower, it's very monotonous. But due to the difference, the flower garden becomes more beautiful because of the difference.
So Reverend Kohno,
Yes.
would you say that you're more wise or more good looking?
Well, I cannot say wise. I cannot be prudent or arrogant. But the point is that as we all become humble enough before the Dharma, eventually we all can be wise, or we can have attained wisdom. through the practice of the 6 perfections. It begins with a donation, which means a humbleness and a more warm-heartedness to others, so that we can donate our physical body or even monetary donation, as well as the intelligence, knowledge can be donated to others, so that ultimately we can attain the wisdom of Buddha in each one of us. Thank you very, very much.
I so enjoy the property here that the Japanese ladies have so kindly allowed us to practice here.
Originally, this teaching comes from India, and then China, Korea, and then Japan, and then having a Pacific Ocean, we came across. We went across the ocean of Pacific. Then we came over here. So then, as a Japanese, I feel very, very proud of ourselves because we are able to introduce, propagate the teachings of the Lotus Sutra, which is universal Dharma.
Would you please tell us about this local church and the ladies that founded it?
Oh, the Mrs. Jolie, who founded this gathering here. So then, the starting is very, very important. No matter what, unless you make one step forward, nothing can be achieved. So Mrs. Jolie made many steps here, so that we are able to gather here, exchange the views, deepen mutual faith, they cooperate to the cause of a peaceful society here. So my dream is to make this area as an oasis of San Antonio, with a deep thanks to the founder of this church, Mrs. Jolie.
Is there anything else that you'd like to say to the Sangha here?
Yes, I'd like to present you expression. If this place is dark, instead of complaining darkness, let us be a light. So let's not complain about darkness. As long as we become a light, this place becomes so bright, like today. As we are talking, sometimes the sun ray comes in. I appreciate even sun. Thank you very much.
I appreciate the clouds that are shielding us from the sun, so we're not squinting. Well, how about ending with the joke, Reverend Kohno? You always got the best jokes.
Well, I cannot say any corny joke. So, but at any rate, this is not a joke, but I am now age of 67. But youth is not a matter of aging. As long as you have ambition, you can be a permanent youth. So I want to keep this feeling of being young. I like to work for the dissemination of teachings, no matter where I may go. And I will never forget the wonderfulness, cooperation, warm-heartedness of the people of San Antonio. Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Make one of your good funny faces.